Okay, guys, I'll jump right into it. So we got the EZA details for physical Raditz. If you haven't seen them, I recommend go looking at them before this. And I'm gonna do basically a community reaction, bunch of tweets I saw in my timeline, some ones I looked for, what people are basically saying about this EZA. Starting, obviously, we have Garesh just fell to my knees in Shibuya. I wonder, does anybody make a JJK reference? Let's check. Does anybody make a JJK? To me, he looks very freaking good. He seems to be pretty good, yeah. It doesn't look to be a flop, but given how he wasn't released, it would have been cool if he was just insane. Yeah. JJK reference. No one's using that. My king, that all, huh? Feels the aura. Live Garesh reaction. Feels the aura. Like, yeah, that's what I expected. Makes sense. Community is doing it again, brah. Will we ever be able to rate units off of details? Most of the community doesn't even play the game. You expect to know if a unit's good off details. It's hilarious that this guy's or girl, I don't know, Rhodey. Let's look at Rhodey's profile. Doesn't say. Guess we'll never know. It's hilarious that they're saying most of the community doesn't even play the game. You expect them to know if a unit's good off details. The reason I bookmarked that tweet is because just got fried. Someone did calcs for the EZA STR Nappa, tough as nails active. Why does he have tough as nails active? What tough as nails unit are you running next to this dude? Nappa from Vegeta plus Nappa. I forgot that they existed. That is a LARPer. Kogane, yes. Is that a Dokkan player? What? That is a LARPer. Like, it's hilarious that Rhodey's the one saying that they like don't even play the game because he's literally getting pan fried for not knowing that this unit had tough as nails. Basically, like saying like this, someone ran calcs like, oh, you're not getting that active. Why does he have that active? I guess you can't be too mad at Rhodey because it is just like asking why does he have tough as nails active. It's not saying he's never gonna have tough as nails active, but it is like a bit condescending. What tough as nails are you running next to this dude? Like it's like Rhodey would say, oh, I'm just like asking, like I didn't know, like, but like in reality this is saying like, are you dumb? Why would you have tough as nails? Are you dumb? That's basically what's happening here. But obviously he got caught out for LARPing. Worst case scenario. Let's look at it. Physical Raditz gets a 7 out of 10. Damage versus less than 60% enemies is good. Has a good slot one turn. Generally easy to run when you meet his restrictions. Dodge in slot 3. Cons. Damage sucks with a healthy enemy. Can't go slot 2. Has a surprising amount of restrictions. Yeah. I definitely think that this character is just like pretty good. He's nothing like bad, but there's gonna be situations where he looks crazy, and I think that's like it's an aspect of the way they've been handling the difficult content, and there being such different difficult content to where basically you'll see like a Rhodey's opinion on Twitter, and it's the opinion on Twitter generally that you see is like the Bio Broly fight, like the Bio Broly fight is the fight that matters the most, or the Tamagami fight is the fight that matters the most, or these new temporary red zone fights are the fights that matter the most. Like you'll kind of see like a mix of one of those, but I'm not really sure if any of those is actually the case. I don't think they are, to my knowledge. I think I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, the Tamagami fight should be the fight that matters the most. That should be the fight that people are talking about. But also with the new like 11th anniversary characters, I just don't think that fight hangs in there. Like it just gets blasted way too quickly. So I definitely could see the justification that the Bio Broly fight maybe is the most difficult, because Tamagami isn't like super mega difficult till turn 4, and by turn 4 you're slamming that fight. But Bio Broly, like, it gets extremely difficult turn 2. So it's like, it really depends on the setup and stuff. Like, if in my opinion, I think it should be like, okay, whichever fight is hardest for the teams you're being added on is where your performance matters the most. Like, let's just say the Vegeta and Nappa team is struggling a lot on the Tamagami fight. Then we should be looking at the Tamagami fight as like, is this Raditz crazy in there? If he's good in there, then he's good. That's what I think. But like, if the Bio Broly fight is like piss easy for the Vegeta and Nappa team, then I don't like care. I don't like the Raditz isn't good versus that. Like that's not like this unit's design. I feel like this unit was a fumble if he's good where the team was already strong and then weak when the team was already weak. Like that's kind of my thought process. But just like generally speaking, I don't think this guy is like anything crazy. But like also, I think they need to go. In my opinion, I think it's way more fun to rate units and to talk about like which units are better when it comes to like there being one most difficult fight. Like Goku and Frieza meta rating units, Merge Zamasu meta rating units, like those are like that's like Red Zone Broly, like that's like when it's the most fun in my opinion to rate units. Like, oh, Tech Pan is crazy because she's crazy versus Red Zone Broly, like that is super fun, and I think that's way more interesting to me than rating units like versus all these different fights. I don't want to say like it like gameplay wise I can see why people like it more, but it's just like I think I'd rather have like a really difficult fight because it's like, to me, I want to like do the same fight like over and over with like different teams and stuff. Like I don't want to do like, okay, I take my best team versus like I feel like the reason, okay, I'm getting off track a bit, but the reason that people are like, I think a bit antsy in the pantsy when it comes to like this unit and many releases is that what they really want is like to be able to take their like all different kinds of teams into the newest, like all the different kinds of the newest stage. They want to take a bunch of different teams into the newest, most difficult stage. But when you have like many different teams or many different fights that are meta and like the hardest fights, like there's a bunch of different kinds of fights. It's not like, Goku and Frieza type thing where you're taking a bunch of different teams into one fight. You're taking the best team into a bunch of different kinds of fights, and like that's like what you're kind of like looking at. And I feel like it makes rating units like very awkward in my opinion. I don't think it's a very enjoyable way to rate units because there isn't like an objective like hardest fight. Like if you guys remember, like okay. If you guys remember when Red Zone Cell Max dropped, I'm getting off track, but when was it Red Zone? No, yeah, it was Red Zone Cell Max, or no, it might have been like a boss battle. It was like, whatever it was, the Cell Max, I believe, he just started out and he was exactly what he was at the start. Like he was just really difficult right away, and people were saying he's the hardest fight because he doesn't have like a 100% win rate. Like there's nothing you can do to get a 100% win rate in there, and low key like that's like very boring way to think. Like I think thinking like that is like not like an enjoyable way to think about difficulty. I like to think about difficulty, and like when I'm rating like a unit like this, I like to think about it in more so how like precise do I have to be? Like if I make a mistake, or like could I have like won like doing that? Like I don't like to think like what percent of the time am I capable of like winning this? You know what I mean? Like it's like if like, oh, this fight can possibly beat you, like it's impossible to win this fight 100% of the time, but if you just get like this, if this happens, then like you win like 90% of the time if this one thing happens. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's very weird, it's very finicky, but I feel like the more enjoyable thing is like when your input kind of matters, you know what I mean? Like there's choice, like okay, if he supers in slot 1 here, or if he's supering in slot 1 here, I pretty much win the fight. So I have to just predict where he's supering. Like if it's like, oh, if he's supering in slot 1 and I put this unit here, then I win the fight. But if he's supering in slot 2 and I put this unit there, then I win the fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you have to like sort of predict and know, like those are the kind of fights that I think matter. But I don't think we have that right now. And so it's like what Platy is like getting at is that like he's a 7 out of 10, but like in reality this is like, I don't know, like I feel like Dokkan did their intended purpose. Like Dokkan made a very like bureaucratic unit. Like he's good in certain fights in certain situations, but there aren't like, oh, you need to be good in this situation though. Like he's good in certain situations, and there are fights that like those certain situations are the hardest situations. So it's like, is he really a 7 out of 10 release, or is he a 10 out of 10 release because he's designed for one purpose and he does that purpose? Like, like it's very like, I'm yapping a lot, but like it's very awkward to me to call this a 7 out of 10 release. It's like worst case scenario. Maybe it's just like I said. I tried to get across what I was just saying. I was trying not to just like yap, but I'm doing it unintentionally. I feel like people aren't realizing that it's the content that's creating the issues they're having with these EZA releases and the way they're designed. Is that they look a bit weird. They look a bit wonky because they look like they're like, oh, they're only good in this one niche situation. But it's like the fights that exist right now are only difficult in these niche situations. So I do wonder how that's gonna pan out. I think this is close to worst case scenario. He is good, not great, not mid, not bad, just good. Like, bro, like I feel like we have to just chill. Like, please chill on this. Like, we haven't even used the units, man. You don't know that. You don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, like he's only good if you have the 4 turns, greatly raised defense up, and then like let's just say turn 1 you put him like slot 3, he raises defense for 4 turns, and then you can put him in slot 1 when he comes back, has the extra 30% damage reduction, has the 20% damage reduction from right here as the first attacker in a turn, and then he has this 30%. He's up to 80% damage reduction, and then he has his greatly raised defense up. You know what I mean? It's like he's just like that. People would like say like, oh yeah, like that's like a very niche situation though. But like, is that situation I just described, is that not like the hardest situation in the Tamagami fight? Like, if he can live in that situation, I don't think maybe he can't, but if he could, is that not? I mean, I guess he's not guarding, is he? Yeah, he can't live because he's physical. Damage reduction, additional cure. Yeah, he's not guarding, so he can't live burst there. But like that, you guys get what I'm saying, where it's like, he like is that not the hardest situation versus like certain of these fights, like turn 4, turn in slot 1, like I don't do the, I'm not gonna lie, I do not care about these new like red zones that they just dropped that are temporary. Like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. They don't matter. Like, any temporary stuff from now on after Jiren, like, I really don't care anymore. But like, if we were talking about like Jiren, is Nappa, or is this character versus like that Jiren fight, that's like the hardest situation versus that Jiren fight. Like, that's like you get to turn 4 slot 1, like that's like incredibly difficult for any character, and it's like he's really good there. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize that like the hard, like them only being good in one situation might be the hardest situation in an entire fight, and it's like, okay, this unit can carry my fight because of that. That's what I'm like trying to express with the way these fights are designed, and that's why people are like a bit upset with unit design, is because people want, like, I want a unit to be good the entire time in like the entire fight, but you can only have like units like being like that when all the fights are either all the most difficult fights are extremely similar to each other, or we only have one major difficult fight, which when you design a bunch of difficult fights that are all similar to each other, you just get like a merge Zamasu type meta, where being like merge Zamasu, like there were other, like the Goku Black fight, like that fight was extremely difficult back then. It's just all the fights were basically you're insanely good turn 1 or you're not relevant. Like, that's kind of the thought process that we were having during that time. But all the fights were similar. It's just Zamasu was just like the other fights, except he had an AoE. So it's like, you guys understand what I'm trying to say with the niche situations and stuff and the way the content is designed. But I definitely think that this EZA, like, I don't think they did bad with it. They did good, and I think they handled it well. And I think this is close to worst case scenario. He's not good, not great, not mid, not bad, just good. What are you talking about? Bad is worst case scenario. We don't want bad units. We want better units than bad. Anything better than bad is better. Better, like, obviously we want this unit to be crazy. We want them to be really good and really valuable. But like, dude, we just want characters to be viable. We want to use the characters. This character being completely unusable, yeah, it would have been funny. Yeah, it would have been a meme. Maybe it would have breathed some more life into the community. But like, I don't think that it's like, in reality, I don't think it's better for Dokkan players. But I guess, like I said, this is one of those other like unit accounts, like LR Carnival Broly, LR Tech Broly. Like, you're a unit account. Like, I don't think you actually play the game. So I think all you really care about is what the community is saying, and you just want to like LARP on Twitter. And so like since this account is just LARPing on Twitter, all they'll probably care about is like Twitter clips and stuff. If this unit is insane, people will get crazy Twitter clips. If this unit was trash, you get crazy Twitter clips, but you're not getting any Twitter clips with this unit just being really good. It's like the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 10th anniversary. Like people didn't get their Twitter clips because he wasn't insane and he wasn't terrible, so they had to like just like hate on him. They just hated his release. But I hated him too. I hate units that are middling because they could just be better. I hate units that are bad because they could just be better. Like I'll take mid before I take terrible, in my opinion, because like I don't like I said, like people that think mid is worse than bad are just like the Dokkan LARPers that only care about the like getting on Twitter and like baiting and like making funny Twitter clips and stuff like that. Like that's what the people care about. Like people who actually want to play the game and use the units, like they're definitely not on that same, like people who want to play the game and use the units, they're not thinking like that. They prefer to actually have the units be good, or actually have the units be usable even if they're mid. Let's keep going. I'm sorry, but he's not good. Not good is crazy. Not good is insane. Aura Monster is finally, I think this is the last one. Aura Monster is finally here. What are people saying? The slander will be generational. He's finally doing what he was meant to do. Subaru stairs. Sono Tedoka. Sono Tedoka. I don't know what that means. Maybe I think that's the RADITZ voice line in the active skill. RADITZ to the Majin Vegeta boss fight. Maybe, I don't know. He has int the whole way through and this is a damage reduction unit. Can't believe these bros better than the R with blues. Finally, the slander will be generational. I want to see the drawing you had in case he was ass. Son. Yeah. That's the last, that's the last one. I guess I didn't look at the replies to I'm sorry, but he's not good. Let's look at that. Like you were any better days after your release? For some reason, I don't trust Night Glaze, the most overrated unit of all time, but who knows? 600% defense with attacking, 80% damage reduction. You're a dumb bitch, not gonna lie. Holy shit, these people are mad, dude. The Dokkan community is livid. I'm telling you, like, Omatsu handled 2025 terribly. Like, the Dokkan community has never been like this. The unit accounts, the LARPing, the lying, the Twitter baiting, like we need, guys, you need to make me popular. You need to make me popular. I will restore balance. I will not be one of these the truth DT Akatsuki glazers. I'll give my honest opinion, not being biased towards Omatsu, not giving them, oh my god, you're just a baby developers. I will say what needs to be said. I'll say what we actually need. I'll make sure we get super fun, difficult content. Well, I won't make sure about that. I'll just complain. I'll complain about the things that need complaining about instead of the things that people are like obsessed. Wow, okay. The things that people are like obsessed over that don't actually matter. You know what I mean? Like that's bro's talking shit because of one bad detail. I feel like I've seen this before. Depends on his stats, honestly. I don't think it does. I think RADITZ is just good. Or, well, it does depend on his stats. Every unit depends on their stats. But I think we already know RADITZ stats are going to be good. Like, RADITZ is going to be chilling. But let me know what you guys think. Is Dokkan Twitter 2 negative? Let's check the homepage. Maybe I'll get one more little, like, look. I'll see how this is better than the physical one. Oh, yeah. People, I guess this is I should do, like, a reaction to, like, what people are saying about the other EZAs, but this unit is really good, and people are like overglazing him because he has like a bunch of dodge, but it's like also for one turn. So after his first turn, what does he do? I'm so confused. What do you mean? So after his first turn, I'm so confused. So many bosses are very quick fights with burst damage, and you guys are complaining about a unit that has one specific really good turn. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. Part 2 is 99% LR tag Goku plus Piccolo, isn't it? I really hope so. I guess we'll do, because we looked at a reaction to one of the reactions to the tech RADITZ. Look at this one. Watch people look at that 3,700 and think he's invincible. Not invincible. He's just gonna have really high defense, especially post super. In the game right now, he cannot die in any super post. So yeah, he kind of is, except this guy. That fight doesn't matter. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I don't care. That fight doesn't matter. How well you perform in there doesn't matter. I don't care. It really doesn't matter, because maybe like it matters for maybe thinking about when they do eventually drop fights that do matter, or they could be around that difficulty. But it's tough to say. I really wouldn't put too much stake into that fight, because it's gonna be gone soon. But only the crit super, which you might not get since it's Ki Blast super dependent. Nappa has no guard. Oh yeah, I guess this guy has type disadvantage. He's fucking invincible. He's fucking who? Isn't that guy 17? Okay, I won't make that joke. Let me know what you guys think. Are people overrating? Are they underrating these characters? I'd really like to know what generally the thoughts are. Dokkan Battle upgrades, RADITZ and Nappa. I guess I could look at like this top. RADITZ shows up, introduces power levels, drops the biggest bombshell in the franchise, one-shots Goku, makes Goku team up with his arch nemesis, forced Goku to give up his life to protect his son. Fans say he was a wasted character. Aura Monster, we saw that, the tweet itself, the other tweets. Whoa, Dokkan, slow down. Yeah, this is a really random line. I don't know why they did that. I have to imagine like part 2, LR tag Goku plus Piccolo, and like that unit needs Ki, and maybe this helps. Like maybe that's what it is. Normal monthly EZA versus anniversary. You can't make this up. Even RADITZ passive is way longer. RADITZ. Is that what we're calling him now? I think all 3 EZAs look pretty good. Physical RADITZ, Tech RADITZ, and STR Nappa all look very useful to me. Extreme Z Awakening chart. Okay, let's look at the chart. Real quick. Where are we at? So 2020, Angel Golden Frieza just still sitting there. 2021, we have Goku and Piccolo and Tapion and Minosha just still sitting there. And then 2022, yeah, the oldest EZA is Goku and Piccolo. Then we have the Goku and Gohan, and then we have the Worldwide Down Celebration LRs with Bardock. And then I'm guessing 2023 is like, yeah, we haven't gotten like anything from 2023. I guess, dude, the EZA from 2023, I'm looking forward to. I mean, bro, would they EZA this Gohan and Piccolo? I don't think so. I think with the LR Goku and Piccolo, I think they don't want to bust their load too hard for Saiyan Saga. I think they're gonna drop this character's EZA and then they're gonna stop. But I don't know. Like, I guess I'll just end it with I think they actually could, like, maybe they EZA this. I think people are saying LR tag Goku and Piccolo for part 2. They could drop a tag Gohan and Piccolo, maybe, and like I could see that happening and that be good. But I'm not certain what part 2 is gonna be. They could just, like, I think Saiyan Saga has a lot from it, and I think they could go like very out of left field and like go into like a late Saiyan Saga and do like a Kaioken Goku or a Grade 8 Vegeta or something like that, or they could do like a Krillin maybe. They could do a lot. They could do like a standalone LR Piccolo. There's definitely a lot to do, so I don't think people should be like thinking like, oh, it's got to be tag Goku and Piccolo, because tag Goku and Piccolo, in my opinion, would be probably like the most hype option, just because it's a tag character, and if tags are implemented well, they like quadruple the hype. But like if tag characters aren't implemented well, then I think Kaioken Goku, like if the tag is like a 10th anniversary type tag where it's not implemented really well, in my opinion, then I think Kaioken Goku would be the most hype option they could do. Hopefully though, if the tag Goku and Piccolo very implemented well, fun special beam cannon, I believe they would be on like final trump card and stuff, so maybe like they could get on like somehow like a team with the with the 8th anniversary LRs. I love just like imagine having like all those big time like active skill standby attacks. Like that would be very fun. So we'll just have to see. Part 2 is coming up, I believe, in like a week or two. Maybe if it's 2 weeks, that's really bad. I hate how Dokkan takes these big breaks. I really wish Dokkan would I wish they would just do like just random banner like trap and like 50% support type unit banners, so that just like are like new releases and like they're like just random banners, you know what I mean? Like just having like something that you can just like, even if like it's a bad idea for like free to play players to summon on it, just like content I can watch and like units that like eventually might EZA, and you know you can add the units into like the banner pool and they're just like new good units, like stuff like that. I feel like Dokkan should do that, even if the animations are like 2018 level, like just like Kamehamehas and stuff. Like that would be cool in my opinion. Or they could do like free to play units like that too. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll definitely I don't want to, I might do like a reaction to the new LR. I didn't do one for Vegeta and Nappa because I just thought that they were like not hype enough, but I'm probably gonna do one if this LR is a very cool LR with good animation. So I want to see what people think. If it's a massive bumble, I'll have to do it too. So I'll definitely see you guys then.